Good. Hey y'all, what is up? It's your boy Rob back with a new setup. Spent all morning trying to figure out my capture card. Working it with my old monitor. I do need to get a new. I'm using because my computer monitor is crap, so I'm using an old TV. So bigger than a monitor, a little bit better, but a little more complicated in setting up the capture card with it. So the next purchase will be a new monitor. Slowly by slowly we'll get there. Slowly by slowly we will build up to a proper streaming setup. So far we've got microphone, capture card, and a game console. Everything else is, and I'm using a laptop instead of a proper PC. Testing, is this still going? I'm just testing to make sure everything is set up. Good memory, no frames are bad. Let's see. No slow frames, frame drops. Decent. Okay, I think we're good upload speed. Yeah. I think we will be all right. So let's give this a shot, right? Let us see. We're trying a new game capture. Come on. Let's see. Why is it not going full screen? It should be going full screen. No? F11? Nope. Let's move that off. Come on. Took me a while just to figure out how to get it to fit the screen. Come on, it was going before. Why is it not going full screen now? Maybe does it have to wait a few seconds with no input? If so, that's very odd. Let's see if it goes full screen. It should go full screen. Guys, am I officially at the point where I'm an old fogey? Because I can't figure out how to make this work? $1280 by 720. It's only outputting 30 frames per second. There we go. There we go. Figured it out. Took a few minutes. Get it all set. So the levels are good.
I got the popcorn, and whatever Gregson is.
Thank you. I owe Cora for letting me use her clearance. This will be fun, like watching vids with Sid when she was little.
Alright, it sounds good, guys. It's not perfect, it's still a work in progress, but it's a start, you know? And I'm already exhausted from dealing with this, so energy drink. Alright, let us resume where we left off. Stream's looking a little better too than it did with my with the online system. So, I did some research, did some selling, did all that bunk yesterday. Usually I do this before this mission failed. Come on, Delta 6. And I found out this. If a team fails too much, they actually lose stats. That is insane. Eventually I'll get all the things I need. A Revenant 6 and an Avenger 6. And it takes in-game playtime to get those. I found that out. Alright, so let us move on, right? We unlocked a whole bunch of quests as soon as we returned to our ship before. Architect Husk. What is...
Tracking a remnant architect.
The one we fought ended up in orbit. Amazing.
The Remnant Architect's programming directives have been interrupted. It is in an orbital standby mode and remains tethered to its home planet, Kadara. The Architect armor suggests multiple self-repairs due to sulfuric acid exposure. Signal patterns indicate it is somehow monitoring Kadara's groundwater. Okay, so I defeated it, reprogrammed it, and now it's in space repairing itself, but also doing, I assume, what it was originally intended to do, and monitor the planet. Alright. That is neat. Oh, the analysis has changed. A mountainous world originally settled by the Angara Kadara as a haven for Nexus exiles and pirates. With its water now drinkable, Kadara is also home to the Initiative outpost deep in the ass end of nowhere, Didion, founded by Pathfinder Rider, Mayor Christmas Tate elected. Alright, let's get out of Gavorkum. New stuff is in Eos. New stuff, one new mission on Aya, a bunch of new on the Nexus. So let's clear out these two. Right? We'll do a little bit of our 100% clearance right here. It's nice having this on a bigger monitor, I'll say.
We're building up a bigger picture of the scourge.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's just local to Helios, or if all Andromeda's like this.
Nothing special. That is an odd orbit for this planet. For H148. There we go. H148. Great mountain ranges of frozen carbon dioxide cover the gloomy surfaces of H148, trapping deposits of gold and aluminum underneath. You can tell this game was developed not by the British because it's aluminum, not aluminium. Suriko.
I'm picking up something.
Yeah, I see it. Suriko centuries ago, Angaran explorers settled out to Suriko, which they believe might be habitable. The colony didn't last, but it has a strong symbolic significance nonetheless. Deploy a probe into the atmosphere, into the asteroid, into the ring. Starship records. It looks Angaran, yeah. The wreckage of a Rokar vessel drifts between Suriko. It appears to be abandoned. Yeah, we can get some information on the Rokar and the Angarans from it. Let's head next down to Red Choir. Ooh, you know, the name's accurate. What is it? Red Chorak. Brutal temperatures, noxious gases, crushing atmospheric pressure, and constant tectonic upheavals earn this world the name of legendary Milky Way pirate, Red Chorak. Bad name. No wonder he became a pirate. H323. Once been covered with plant life, it's now reduced to its current state of millions of years ago, long before the scourge by the aging sun. Avalosa.
Anomaly detected.
Given its size, Avalosa might once have been a moon of H323. Though it was displaced is unclear, unusual radiation emissions make Avalosa difficult to scan. But it also gives us a satellite, a Nexus satellite. 91% good. Communications reporting in. It appears the Nexus satellite's stolen and reprogrammed by the Collective, actively monitoring Suriko. So much flashing lights. So the flashing lights are where I got stuff to do. A lot of places is where I got stuff to do, to be honest. From the looks of it. We only have one mission on Aya, I believe. So why not go to Aya first? We're setting up an embassy. That's a fun, wacky Star Trek adventure, right? Because Star Trek, especially Next Gen and DS9, had that kind of diplomatic tinge to them. More so, I think, than the OG and Voyager and Discovery and the other one, Enterprise. There you go. Yeah, they're right on the Scourge, man. That is not great. See, look at this. Look at that skirt. It's a nightmare looking. Jal's loyalty quest and the Angaran initiative. That sounds cool. The Angaran initiative. It's like the Avengers initiative. Samuel L. Jackson is just waiting there on the planet. Let me tell you about the Angaran initiative. Motherfucker. I'm not really a video essay kind of guy, and I don't know why every time I see this planet in particular, I do want to, and I know I talked about it a bunch in the other streams, so particularly in Mass Effect 2 and 3, where I talked about the archaeology of the other cultures. I do want to start looking into that. Again, I know nothing of archaeology, architecture. But it's a brilliant design, and this looks like it could be a real place. And I'm curious as to the structure of it. Marixus. Visit Aya. Speak with Moshai. Return to the cultural center. Oh, that's right, between Axul and I, the head of the Rokar. And I'll have to explain to him how I've killed a lot of Rokar. A lot.
Honor to meet you, Pathfinder. Initiative Pilot Marixus. I run supplies to your outposts. What brings you to Aya? Your survival supplies only Aya has. I'm waiting for clearance to enter the city, but it's taking too long. I understand their caution, but the outposts need these supplies. I have to get them now. They let me into the city. I can help. I appreciate that. To start, Eos needs a way to produce food to support population growth.
Makes sense.
They've requested Kiloa seeds to begin their own crops. There's an agricultural scientist who might sell some.
Kiloa seeds.
Settlers on Adara are suffering from a bacterial infection. They need Angaran antibiotics to fight it. A medic in the city should be able to help.
Okay.
Got it. They'll have that medicine in no time.
So inquire Keela seeds on Aya, and inquire antibiotics. Got a lot. Wow, look at that. Yeah. Does he still have a quest? I just talked to you, bro. What's going on?
Pathfinder, warrior outposts need help. Vol's power grid is lagging without proper solar input. The solar amplifier will give them a boost.
Okay.
The solar technicians here may have the required parts. I'll see what I can find.
I only have 3 outpost worlds. No, I have 4. I have Harval. Oh, but he wouldn't care about Harval because he's not... The initiative doesn't have any... Havarl. Yeah, Narwhal. Doesn't have any stake there. I love it. There are now just people...
Can you imagine venturing into space only to find more of your own people?
When we discovered the first relay, what if instead of Furians?
We found humans. Gives me chills just thinking about it.
Just after we left, there was that incident with the... in the lore that I read of them finding a long-lost human colony, so that's kind of an example of that. Yeah, imagine that, though. 5 different tribes all thought they were the only survivors of the Angarans, only to find the other 4. That's pretty...
You work on the solar panels? Do you have an amplifier for solar energy?
Nothing as big as these, but I have a smaller one on hand. Do you need it?
Highly optimized solar cell, solar energy collection and storage technology. It looks like Remnant tech, right? I still believe that the Angarans built the Remnant tech. Ancient Angarans. Yeah, I'll buy it off you. Thank you, buddy. Angaran irrigation units. So it's a agricultural technology composed But it looks like a vase. Yeah, oh yeah, it has pipes coming in and out of it. So it's an industrial-grade irrigation system disguised as like a potted plant. That's dope. That's kind of cool. If I go up and over, I can request Keela seeds. Have you met their new ambassador? She's not one of us. Melissa, don't be so quick to judge.
Weird question. You don't have any Kiloa seeds, do you?
Yes, I do. Need some?
Solarian and Turian. Wait, is that a flaming tornado? There. Too bad we can't sell. This is a nice spot right here, like exactly where they're sitting. Maybe down in that valley along the river, but those are magma fields and fire tornadoes. Beautiful, picturesque jungle utopia. Hellscape, right next door. Oh, it's nope.
I'm not selling to aliens.
Fair enough, guy. Ket raid on Dar Hiljav. Resistance scouts on Vold report a Ket attack on Dar Hiljav has left the settlement in ruins. Nutrient-based processing breakthrough. Team research food processing discovered an improvement. 50% increase in caloric value. In answer to persistent public inquiries regarding the health and status of Moshai, she has released the following statement. Thank you to everyone. Rest assured, I am currently hard at work in the Milky Way with the Milky Way visitors to eliminate the Ket threat and restore peace. Elgar and JS families joined. Oh, 2 bloodlines are joined. Nexus delivers gifts to Aya. The Nexus ambassador has announced the delivery of 2 gifts to Aya. The first is a cultural and historical exhibit of artifacts from the Milky Way galaxy. The second gift is one of the Omni-Tool devices used by the Pathfinder, which we have been encouraged to develop for our own use. Cool. The governor's office reminds Aya citizens visitors who are entering the cycle of each year. Citizens and visitors that we're entering the cycle of each year when weather patterns become unpredictable, take precautions against the possibility of sudden and severe storms. Travel advisory. Okay.
We're still good.
Never hurts to buy some Platinum Element 0. Vanadium too, there seems to be a limited supply of that. And then a lot of rare minerals. That's a thing.
Indulging a little luxury. Haribo fresh from the vine. Something I can do for you?
I want to get one and hang out with my people and eat a Taravo. Alright, so let's head up here and deal with the... So I can give him the seeds and the solar panels now. They seem fascinated by art and recreation. We should try leveraging those to start. Not wrong. Nexus Ambassador Riala.
Ambassador, I trust our people had a smooth transition to Aya.
The Angara have been gracious. Everything's going well.
Good. Keep me updated. And out.
I've never lied to a director before.
All right.
Pathfinder, it's a pleasure. I'm Ambassador Riala, Chief Diplomat for the Initiative on Aya. I was removed from Cryo specifically for this. Quite the wake-up call.
I know what it's like, jumping out of the cryopod and into the fire.
You've had it far worse. My condolences on your loss. I hear you're to thank for our new ties with Aya. This is our best shot at an alliance.
What do I need to do to
Now
help
we just need to
make
keep
it
our
run
people
smoother
from
for you?
wrecking it,
Yeah.
no matter how hard they try.
Oh boy.
I'm not gonna like this, am I?
No more than I do. A Solarian botanist named Sorvis Len is here, learning how to improve our crops. He sent an urgent comm, saying a member of the Angaran resistance had threatened him.
What happened?
I'm not sure. Sorvis is an excellent I'm concerned this could escalate if someone doesn't look into
All right.
it, but I don't have the staff to spare.
No problem.
I can go settle things. I'm a friendly face for both sides.
Yeah, I've worked with the resistance, and I can stop him from
Prevent this from getting worse.
a tactless
What's our end goal
Solarian.
for Aya?
A strong alliance is all we can ask for. It's what we're working toward. Helios is the Angara's home. They dictate the terms of this partnership, not us. We need them as allies, and they could benefit from us. But we have to tread lightly.
Show them we're not invaders.
Historically, when two civilizations meet, one consumes or destroys the other. We need to break that cycle.
I mean, not always. The Solarians and Asari are pretty have an alliance, and so do the Turians when they invited the Turians in to deal with the to replace the Krogan.
How many of our people have they let into the city?
A strictly limited number, and only certain professions. Scientists, engineers, and scholars. The Angara have agreed to allow some of our people to work in Aya's research facilities.
That's huge.
That's a
It's
big
more
step,
than
yeah.
expected. Tan wants me to push for
No.
social visits, but I'm holding my ground.
Good.
We need to move at their pace. They've been extraordinarily gracious, all things considered. I'll take whatever they're willing to give.
Aside from Sorvis Len, is everything okay?
Actually, yes. Director Tan gave me a project. He wants more Aya natives to live on the Nexus. He thinks it will deepen our partnership. A few Angara expressed interest. None of them will agree to live on the Nexus without speaking to you.
Why me?
After what you've accomplished, I'll point you towards the candidates. If you could convince them to transfer, I'd be grateful.
All right.
That's all for them.
I'm here.
The Vassal, speak of course then. Reynolds, what you up to?
Pathfinder.
That's
Pathfinder.
all right. Well said, Reynolds. You're a simple man of simple speech. All right. Let's. What if I could speak to the governor? What she thinks about all this?
Enro tells me you've participated in our little citizens' forum near the market. Take care with that group's leader. She competed with me for this office. Defeat made her bitter. What can I do for you?
Why didn't you tell me about Kadara Port when I first arrived?
I assumed you already knew. We didn't realize there was a difference between your exiles and the initiative.
Fair enough.
As for Venturev, ever hid his betrayal from everyone. He'll answer for that.
Thanks for your time.
Ishari, Pathfinder.
And these are people of, again, sky worshippers, so it makes sense that they have big open views of the sky and the land. Alright, let's move on to that. Speak with Helrul. Perul. Oh, pardon me. Oh, excuse me. Track down some Angaran antiseptic you were talking about.
You're one of Ambassador Real's candidates to live on the Nexus.
I am. Glad you finally showed up. Let's get down to it.
Of course.
I've lived my whole life wanting to meet aliens who didn't want me dead. But my family's here. How can I stay in touch with them from the Nexus?
You'll have ways to send them text messages and comm transmit.
I want contact with the people I love. You are.
That was okay. Try that one more time. We'll try it one more time. I should have. I remember these are a highly emotional, open people.
You're one of Ambassador Real.
I am. I've lived. How can I stay in touch with them from the Nexus?
You can send messages, talk to them on the comm. We'll even arrange a visit.
You get it. All right.
Emotion.
I'm in.
So not just the machines, but I forgot how important they said family is very important to them. Communication and emotion are very important to them.
Welcome back.
I don't know what I scanned, but everything just went up there. These are all Angarans. And I know I heard Vetra, but I didn't see Vetra. Is she just in the market somewhere? Yes, she is.
I feel so out of place here. People keep staring at me. I can't tell if they're fascinated or afraid.
Maybe they've all got huge crushes on you.
Ryder, that's a little far-fetched.
I don't think so. Everyone wants a spiky girlfriend.
It was the right answer. 100%. I was once afraid of Turians? Nah. I mean, I get it. Ryder's dad was from the First Contact War.
These Angara are stronger than they look.
Yeah. They've been through a lot.
I look around and keep thinking about Tachanka. A galaxy away, and we're not so different.
Rotating tone off that care facility. Half the Angara are thankful, half are even more suspicious.
Let's try not to make it worse.
Don't worry about me. They're busy glaring at Cora for some reason.
I think I feel like I like the Ket's story, I guess I'll call it. Asari and Angaran talking to each other.
Research has been going well. We're close to a breakthrough on Elmok hybrids.
But I like the idea of the Ket, the genetic insanity of them, more so than the Angara. That's just me. Like their religious take on scientific extremism.
I can't work under these conditions. What does it take to be left alone?
Ambassador Real sent me to check on you. You reported that someone in the Resistance threatened you. Tell me exactly what happened.
I didn't know Riala was sending the Pathfinder. I deserve no less, of course.
Alright.
I was measuring the photonic dispersal from the canopies
when some random brute interrupted me. I asked him to move, and he got nasty. Said it was my fault his friend was dead. Ridiculous.
Do you know what he meant by that?
He ranted nonsense about a vessel and selling slots to outsiders. He got right up in my face and compared me to a cat. He wanted to kill me. I could see it in his eyes. The whole conversation made no sense. I think he was inebriated.
I'm not saying you're wrong, but
Exactly. We shouldn't. When he left, I tagged him with infrared dye from my sample kit.
I'll scan people around the Resistance headquarters.
You're supposed to represent our interests on Aya. Go, represent. I've worked.
Come on, peeps. What you looking at?
I love seeing our Milky Way peeps mingling with the Angara.
It's pretty cool.
It's early in our interspecies relationship, but I hope we can build on the momentum.
Yeah,
We have an amazing opportunity and a great response.
Whoa, that's your inspiring voice. You really can't turn off diplomat mode once it's on, can you?
No.
Just riding, you rider. Keep up the good work.
Oh, this is a display for us. Containers, helmet, drinks, Blastos cereal, trading cards, a radio, and a soccer ball. Or a football, depending on.
Pathfinder, Ambassador Riala didn't think you'd have time for me.
She said you needed to talk before agreeing to live on the Nexus.
This is the opportunity of a lifetime. I'm an anthropologist, but I've only ever studied my own people. I've heard the Nexus is home to
The coffee
multiple
maker.
species and cultures. It will be fascinating and possibly dangerous. Bacteria, viruses, other contaminants. My family worries about me. Are you sure I'll be safe?
They like the emotional, the honesty.
We'll take every precaution. But
I appreciate your honesty, and so will my family. I'll convince them to let me go. Thank you.
Let's, located millions of light years across dark space, the Milky Way galaxy is the origin of our newest Helios residents. Though similar and darker than Andromeda, the Milky Way is home to not only the species we met, but also to countless sentient life forms. From the graceful Hanar to the powerful Elcor, dozens of unique species coexist, making the Milky Way a cultural and social melting pot. On day 45 of Revolution 826, the ship known as the Tempest landed on Aya, and our people made first contact with the sentient life from another galaxy, a human called Pathfinder Ryder. Dope.
Look at the internal structure.
I couldn't even get it open. It locked me out.
So I was right. It is remnant. Oh, well. I'm glad they finally let you into the city. You deserve it. This is Aya's Cultural Museum and History Archive. It's small, but you've already made it brighter.
I'll come back.
Star,
Pathfinder.
That's the helmet I found. Awesome.
hello, Pathfinder. Any good news for me?
Is this Ingard? I found it on one of your homeworlds.
Son of Puff. It's an ancient Ravan, a musical instrument. It
Cool.
uses Angara's body energy to produce music. We have them now, but nothing as beautiful. The songs it played were probably lost long ago. How much culture have we forgotten? Art, music, stories, it's all gone.
Because of you, it won't disappear.
Yes, I can be determined.
I admire.
You say that now.
I'll come back when I have some.
Stars.
I always like that too. Recreation is never talked about enough in these games. Not just like recreation for us, but like what do the Angara do for fun? We now know they have musical instruments, so they do play music despite never hearing music. Those ruins I found were Angaran then. So these are things I've passed by on different worlds. Yeah. Hanar, aquatic species they
If should have come to me.
Axel, I'm all right.
You almost died. What's he doing here?
I asked the Moshai to set up a meeting. I don't want us to be enemies.
Is this true?
Axel, Ryder rescued me from the Ket. He risked his life to...
Sloane Kelly saved Kadara. Look how that went.
I want to be allies. Equal allies.
You don't even treat your own equally. Isn't that why the Krogan left?
How did you...
I've been watching you. You're invaders just like the Ket, except less cautious.
What does that mean?
You'll know soon enough. Do not trust them, Siobhan.
I could have gone better. I could have gone a little bit better.
He didn't used to be like this. He was curious, brilliant. But the Ket, even without exaltation, they change us.
There's still time to bring him around.
I want to believe that, but his hatred towards aliens...
I'll prove we can be trusted.
I hope so.
Ryder, we just received an emergency recording from EOS. Come to the meeting room when you get back to the Tempest.
Translated from Chalice. Begin dictation. After years of staring at these vault plans, so much of it still remains a mystery. Not that we haven't tried. Still, after what happened, maybe it's best to leave the vault alone now. We've spent so long on Aya, striving to learn whatever we can about the Remnant and their amazing constructs. I see our future in these Remnant plans. Call it intuition, scientific intuition if you will, but I've marked it down here for posterity.
I found the device Ven was using to communicate with the Archon. I think we can use it to triangulate that Ket flagship's nav point.
All you have to do now is board it, steal the Meridian artifact, and escape in one piece.
When you put it like that, it doesn't sound so impossible.
Don't make light. You're venturing to a place of horrors you cannot imagine. No one has attempted anything like this before. For all our sakes, you must succeed.
I'm curious about these things on the side of her head.
Freeing Ven to Rafat Kadara. I'm told you saved him from execution.
Are they like piercings? Do they go under her, or do they like use the bioelectricity of the Angara to hang there, or is it like a piercing that goes under their tentacles?
What will you do with him? Are there prisons here?
Ephra wanted to punish him. I suggested Ven help tend Aya's gardens.
Are they connected to the clothing?
He's been too long surrounded by death.
He needs to reconnect with life.
I'd like to know more about you.
What about me intrigues you?
You're an expert on several topics. Remnant, Ket, stuff I don't even know exists.
All true. Why? Do you want to be my student?
Is that an option? Because I didn't train for this job. At all.
Yet you do it well. There are two kinds of knowing. What we take in from the universe and what's already inside us. You have the essentials figured out. The rest you can learn as you go.
I mean, it looks like there's gold built into her head plate. Going around the rim. Is that the Angaran version of a piercing? I don't know.
Are you originally from Aya or someplace else?
I was born on a research vessel in deep space. My parents were explorers. They never stayed in one place long. My own work has taken me to every world, many times over. They all try to claim me as their own, but if I'm honest, my favorite chair is here.
What are you working on these days?
I thought being a Ket prisoner was the worst fate imaginable. Then I got home and saw my backlog. A Vela comes in every so often asking if I have a second. At this rate, I'll never catch up. To answer your question, I'm busy with everything and nothing. We'll see which wins.
Or maybe it's a cloth going around her head, connected to that disc on top, and it covers parts of her, and that gold inlay and those two things dangling in front of her Leku, if we're going by Star Wars terms. Maybe that's all connected to that cloth that just resembles her head color, because it looks like it's a slightly different color. Maybe it's a different material. Not important at all. Super unimportant, but where my brain goes.
He talks in his sleep. Worth it for the look on your face. Jarl is a dear and hopeless former student. He has a good spirit. You're lucky to have him, that's all.
My translator doesn't know what to do with your title, Oshai.
Because it isn't a title, it's a reference. People from mythological times, before the Scourge. Legends say we once had many Moshai. Master inventors of unfailing wisdom, guided by boundless compassion.
So like
that's a lot to live up to.
It's nonsense.
A sage.
I don't remember who first called me Moshai, but I do recall telling them to shut up.
Or
to my regret, the name stuck.
Like a guru, a wise leader.
Being the Moshai has its uses.
Any ideas on how we stop the Ket for good?
The real question is, how do we define victory over them? Complete eradication? Unlikely, costly, and morally dubious. Drive them away? How? What stops them from returning?
Peaceful coexistence doesn't seem to be an option.
There's much we still don't know. The Ket are not a simple problem. We can't reduce them to a simple solution.
When the Ket are gone, if we fix all these worlds, what do the Angara want?
Depends who you ask. We're individuals. Paran will continue spreading hope and optimism.
What about Ephra?
I don't know what Ephra will do without an enemy to fight. Retirement won't suit him. As for me, maybe I'll just fade away. That's what people do when they're no longer needed, right?
Bleak, but not the worst fate. Ancient Angaran, Remnant. She has full-on Remnant consoles. That's one of the Ket devices hidden in Remnant tech. Remnant Ket. Notes regarding exaltation. The question isn't how the Ket genetically modify us, but why. If exaltation is their reproductive process, Ket are a model of inefficiency. If they can transform one life form into something so radically different, then surely the Ket must be capable of creating clones. Wouldn't that provide more satisfactory results, especially for such a xenophobic culture? Their goal of incorporating useful genetic material from other species into baseline Ket genetic material doesn't fully explain the level of effort they expend. Exaltation is a lengthy and labor-intensive activity. What I witnessed at the facility doesn't feel like mass production. It was almost religious. Like a conversion, like There's so much about our enemy I need to understand. Yeah. That's a great point, actually. That's a holographic display of the vault. Ooh, cool. Alright, no doubt. Alright, what's next? Scan the resistance members and acquire Angaran antibiotics. Then we can go back here, speak to Solaro, and deliver everything we got.
I detect the infrared dye Silver's Len used to mark the person who threatened him.
Nope.
That's our man.
Inventory's there. Go on and look.
That's a cool looking pistol. And that's a cool looking sniper rifle. I do really like that. Good damage. Only 2 clips. Incredible punch. Translated as resonance. Fires slowly and needs constant reloading, but has massive stopping power. Its plasma energy discharge is likely derivative of Ket technology. Uses an entire thermal clip with each shot. Slow to reload, but strikes with massive force. It translates to goodbye. Oh yeah, Ishirai. The weapon has few rivals when it comes to raw power. I really like this though. I really like the look of this. I don't even use pistols, but I want it. I don't even use pistols, but I want it.
It took humanity 8 years to get a Citadel embassy back home. Pretty impressive to get one here so fast.
All it took was handling some remnant.
It'll take more to keep this partnership going. Ambassador Riala will handle the embassy. Lets us focus on everything else.
Alright, let's speak to Jaren.
I know why you're here. The botanist. You want an apology for what I said to him.
I only have one side of the story. Tell me yours.
It's hard to explain.
Try me.
Aya isn't big enough to give everyone a home. We each live here a short time and then move on.
Yep.
For someone to come, another must go. The exchanges are chosen at random. We call this arrangement the Vassal.
The time change. Jal told me about
it
that.
worked well. Until now.
You lost someone you cared about. Was it because of the Vassal?
That's one way to see it. When our leaders agreed to make a place for your people here, it came with a cost. My friend won a place on Aya, but he sold that slot so one of you could stay here instead.
Sold it how? What did he get?
Comforts for his family, resources to improve their home on Haval. He always put others before himself. That's how he died, fighting Ket on Vold. When I found out, I was angry. Said things to your botanist I shouldn't have, but I'd never hurt your people.
I believe you. And I'm sorry for your loss. Between us, that botanist is kind of a jerk.
He didn't fear my anger. I respect that.
I'll talk to our ambassador. See if we can minimize our impact on your Vassal.
We don't expect things to be easy. Only that you understand, nothing is free for us.
All right, that's an interesting turn and that I did not expect. And I didn't even think about that. If we're bringing more people here, more people need to leave. That's a very good point. Decontaminate.
My people on Kadara are fighting a bacterial infection. Do you have antibiotics?
Of course. Will they stay?
Alright. So I got everything I need to deliver. I have fast travel here. My brain. Oh boy. Boy, je moi. Alright. Deal with our ambassador. Help iron that out. Oh, wait, I should have gone and talked to the other person first. Okay.
Good to see you. Any news on what happened to Sorvis Len?
Do you know about the Visal? The Angaran lottery that decides who gets to live on Aya?
I've heard of it. Why?
Angar are selling their slots to come here, so our people can stay in their place. Including a member of the Angaran resistance. He was killed on Vold. Wouldn't have happened if he'd been here.
No one told me of this arrangement. Well, we have to do something.
We could let Angar who give up their slots live on the Nexus. It's safer than Vold.
Exactly what I was thinking. No one should suffer on our behalf.
And then
Thank you, Pathfinder.
they get...
I'll forward your proposal to Director.
And then we get more Angara on the Nexus, which is something that we were talking about.
That's all.
I'm...
So instead of wasting supplies... Alright. So I can drop off 3 quests now. I didn't realize it was right there.
I found Kiloa seeds for Eos. Is this enough?
It's perfect. I'll make sure Eos gets them.
There you go. Viability for... I don't know what it said I just made more viable, but hey, I unlocked a new Nexus point.
Here, I have the antibiotics for Kadara. Will the settlers be okay?
Once they have these, they'll be fine. I'll make sure they know who to thank.
And Kadara viability increased.
Here, I found the solar amplifier for Vold.
They'll be happy to see this. No more power outages. Thank you, Pathfinder.
Alright. Oh, I was seeing my Nexus level going up. I wasn't seeing the viability of those planets going up. That makes sense. Alright, this last one. So far I've guessed 1 correctly and 1 incorrectly. I'm sorry, bud.
Ambassador Riala said you're thinking of moving to the Nexus.
Pathfinder. I'm honored even to be considered for the transfer. I won't be happy as just an observer. I want lead to work. I engineer power systems. Will I be allowed an appointment alongside your people?
That's the whole point of this exchange. The Nexus needs people like you.
That's all I needed to hear. Let your ambassador start the transfer. Thank you.
100%. Interview each of the Angaran candidates. Alright, I think that's it for Aya. Investigate, search Vold for a relic, investigate the second missing satellite nav point. Yeah, no, we're good. Nexus has meet with Dunn, that, and meet with Sid. Alright, let us get out of here. Still very beautiful.
Ryder, could we chat?
Sure, bud. What's up?
I don't believe it. Gil's reconfigured our entire nav array. O'Connell risked a dozen spacewalks putting that in place. Damn it.
Callow, don't.
Take the helm. I've had enough of this. You don't give a damn what my team and I went through to build this ship.
No, I don't. I care about us surviving out here, and if that means redesigning.
You don't have the right.
Knock it off, both of you. Sure, once he gets off my back about how I work on the Tempest.
You weren't here. We had to get all kinds of new tech working in a single starship. 50-hour shifts, epiphanies, accidents. Humans can forget. Solarians can't. To me, it's all still happening. My team is here. Stripping down the Tempest like some broken radio risks everything they suffered to build. Their legacy.
I can see how you'd feel that way. Seriously?
Yeah.
Look, Callow, your people did a great job, but they're dead. And they couldn't have anticipated half the problems in Helios. Like the Scourge. If we don't adapt, we'll die too. Is that what you want their legacy to be?
Gutting a complex ship out in space isn't adapting. It's irresponsible and disrespectful.
Ooh. I see the point in both of them. Again, it's always a very binary choice. One or the other. No option, guys work together. So we couldn't have like the complex like Miranda versus Jack or the Legion versus Tali conversations where based on our personal it's not just based on our choice, it's based on our personal charisma, our reputation. So Callow is right in that, yeah, they worked, they bled, they died for the ship, but we need to adapt.
The Tempest is ours now. She has to serve our mission first, in whatever capacity we need. Gil, change with...
I wonder, in time, will strangers be treating you cheap?
Peace and quiet. Okay, show's over.
No? Still got another hour left.
You have AVP outstanding, Pathfinder.
In terms of story, I think that would be cool. So the ones I think I want are accelerated research, innovation, financial infrastructure, fusion mod support, supply lines, and gray market connections too. Let's start with fusion mod support. You know what? I'm not going to be developing right now. So let's start doing accelerated research. Yeah, let's start doing accelerated research. So I'll be gathering more points faster. Then I will be able to use them more later. So anything that helps me out now so I can start building stuff would be useful in the long run, in my opinion at least. Omniblade 6. That's cool. Alright,
Prepping VidCon. Communication.
Suvi, play the full distress call from Prodromos.
Right away.
This is the initiative outpost Padromos on EOS.
Bradley.
We're in need of assistance. Tempest, this one is for you. We've got hostiles inbound. No ground activity, but there soon will be. Pathfinder, we need you. Going dark until it's resolved. We're not giving up EOS again. Out.
Could use more information than just hostiles and the worry of escalation.
Could be he's worried it's not as simple as if someone's willing to risk attacking Prodromos. Your first out?
They're trying to make a point. That's the last we heard? Nothing else?
Bradley's military, all about the prep. I bet it's a brownout to present lessons.
Keep the nav fresh. I'll be on the bridge.
Understood.
Well, that's for Jal, so... Oh boy, is that our lovely friends?
Kadara is a lifesaver. I promised some people some things I wasn't sure I could get. Turns out I can get them all on Kadara. Funny how things work out.
I'm just relieved that they didn't die out there without Nexus support.
Throwing people off the boat was hard, but Nexus leadership was desperate. Wasn't a great choice. Lose some people, or lose everything.
You probably...
You know where to find me.
I would have personally refrozen people instead of exiling them. I would have said, listen, we don't want to throw you off the boat to die. We want to do everything we can. So your options are...
Okay? Go for it. With the cat entrenched here and things as they are, maybe we should focus our efforts on leaving this cluster.
You mean quit, run away? Ryder.
The more I think about it, the more I kind of agree with Callow. No, I mean, I agree with Gil. He's...
Hey, Ryder. What's the story? Good. Anytime.
I forgot there was a visitor on board I have to find. I mean, those are all Blastos. But there's a little rocket on them. So maybe it's a space, like, blast off reference. But I personally believe it's a Blasto, the first Hanar Spectre reference, as it should be. You said that told me to scale. Aha! Aha!
More crumbs. Going where? Something's nesting here. Something that likes cereal. I wonder. We've probably got materials to build a humane trap and catch it.
Build a trap in the research center. Alright, guys, I am on board with this. Let's get us hopefully a space hamster. If it's someone else, like a space rat or a space guinea pig, I'd be cool with that too. Development, special projects. Open back up, please. Hey, they changed places. They literally just changed places. Oh.
One trap, ready for a visitor. I'll leave it and see what we get.
All right.
Caught you napping. Do all Angara snore, or just you? Do all humans whimper in their sleep? Or
Just you. Lost and found. Hot patch gun. Borrowed it to fix the loose soles of my boot. I'm almost done. Okay, grab it quickly after. I need to patch a strap. Seating cushion. Just need a quick fix too. I built another hot patch gun. Angaran word of the day, Gosan. To cling or grasp, say Gosan. See also Gosan Yavdar, being stubborn or clinging to a rock. Also Gosafar, the resistance. Alright, so the resistance means stubborn and pig-headed people. That would be Gosavara, and yes.
the Roka go to Kadara and recruit the desperate. I've heard a Roka recruiter weaving his magic. Even I was convinced.
Hey, Pathfinder. Still passing that mess with Varan and Callum. I made sure the Nexus data will be changed.
Thank you.
Kesh is none too happy, but she can The important thing is we're all alive, I'm all in, and I'm doing things different now.
Good.
Accepted, Liam. But let's not do this again.
Oh, total agreement there. In fact, this made me think how I'm doing a lot of things. I want
Good.
to arrange a thing for us in the Angara, once their civil stuff is calmer. Maybe talk to Jarl about the Roka. You lend your weight there, I can focus on something normal for everyone.
So Liam's mission is dependent on Ja'al's mission. Ja'al. I don't know why I said Ja'al.
Yes? I'll be here if you need me.
Hello, Writer. Kadara Port has raised questions for the future.
What questions?
If we succeed in Andromeda, more AI will be created. We are all individuals. Some may commit illegal acts. But if AI are also citizens, there must be laws and penalties for us too. I wonder what form they will take.
How are those jokes coming, Sam?
Why do elk start stampedes? Because they wish to be heard.
Ha! That's really good.
Thanks, Sam. Nothing more.
They wish to be heard. Oh, that's a good one. There's a little ketchup up there. Next to the Angaran. They wish... Sam, you're getting it. Sam's humor protocols are my exact kind of jokes. Which is just bad puns. Why did the football match get hot after the game? Because all the fans left. I don't know why that was one of my first go-tos.
I take it you moved your stuff over from the Nexus.
Yeah, my squatter's paradise is all the more cluttered. What's up? You know it.
How do you make an octopus laugh? With 10 tickles. You know, let me get rid of the assault rifle that I don't use frequently. And throw in that cool new pistol I got. I mean, I do like the Scorpion. Let's try this. Just improve the damage. Not bad. Calibut, I'm sorry about that. Can we talk?
A foolish thing to get angry over, isn't it? I suppose the Tempest is just like any other ship, to be taken apart and put back together. Or she will be, once Gil's had his way.
Gil's upgrading the Tempest, not scrapping her.
I wish I could believe you. But perhaps... Anything else?
Tell me something else about the ship.
I'm sorry, Ryder. I don't really feel like reminiscing.
I feel bad now. Sorry, bud. I feel like we do need to be adaptable, though. I feel like that's kind of a big, important thing in this very unsuspected, crazy place. We got people moving inbound on EOS. And I get the feeling that it's part of Jal's mission, and we just talked with Exual. I know who the people moving in are, and something tells me it just might be the Rokar. Something new.
Ready to fly, Pat. What the?
Find something?
Something pinged us. An ID request. The Tempest auto-responded.
We'll keep an eye out in the sector. What the hell happened?
Anti-trackback measure? Drive system overloaded. Not quick enough, though. I got a serial that has triggered an alert.
Pathfinder, we are to contact Director Addison as soon as possible.
The satellite tracks initiative shipments and allocates emergency drops without authorization. No ZK tracker satellites were authorized or deployed by the Nexus. That's suspect, right? That's hella sus. Ooh, Architect Husk EOS.
Tracking a remnant architect.
That's the one we defeated. The Remnant Architect's programming directives have been interrupted. It is in orbital standby mode and remains tethered to its home planet, Eos. The Architect's systems are completing recovery from severe radiation exposure. The atmospheres are gone. Appears to be conducting monitoring analysis of Eos's atmosphere. All right. PB, Remnant Scammer. Jal, friend or foe. I know which two people I'm taking to this planet. Jal. PB.
The scent is green.
Coordinating. Path is calm.
Got it. Well, let's do this. Nice. Alright, let's see what's wrong on Eos. We gotta find a remnant scanner for Peebs, which should help us find other remnant sites, according to what she said. And stop what's most likely a Rokar attack on a initiative outpost. So I don't know about this outpost size. For one, it seems like it has a lot of vantage points for enemy attack because it's hit the low ground in pretty much every direction. But it's very well fortified against the wind, which is a big issue on Eos. Down there, is that Remnant Scanner? Okay. That person drunk? Alright.
Sorry to keep you in the dark, Pathfinder, but there are eyes on this planet. We didn't see much traffic from orbit. It's there. But hopefully you can get ahead of this before it turns into something bad. See you soon. Thanks for coming. Knew you'd be up for it.
I need answers. You said there were hostiles inbound.
We've had raids. With all our scientific gizmos, we expected pirates. But not this.
Well, we knew there was a planned pirate attack.
Stockpile complete. Waiting for beacon. Launch on detection. Repeat. 1, 2, 3. What am I hearing, Bradley?
Here's my worry. Maybe the raids we've seen were just a decoy. So someone could do a slow tactical build-up in the background.
Tactical? You mean military? No. That was an unguarded voice. He means Rokar. That's why he called us.
Yep.
An attack on our first outpost? Can you imagine how the Nexus would react?
Exactly the response Axul wants. I'm sure we can check it out without drawing too much attention.
You're the person for the job. I hope I'm wrong, Pathfinder. I didn't want to bring this kind of thinking to Andromeda. Head to Black Rock 10. I'll transmit the nav point for the signal.
Thanks. I don't like the big shoulder-mounted things, but I do like the look of the armor itself. The black and glowing red lights. Black Rock. Where's Black Rock? All the way over yonder. All right.
Sorry, friend, but... That's a new one. Usually I get one finally showed.
Are you kidding? Everyone knows you. You're why we're here, and I sure am. Danny Messier. Couldn't wait to be deployed, but I thought the shuttle would take a little while. Pathfinder, what do I do? The whole world is too much potential.
I don't know, plants and bugs?
Well, yeah, actually. That's what I do. Can't live here if you don't understand it. Great day to be alive, Pathfinder. To have purpose.
Plants and bugs, Danny. Plants and bugs. There's always business in plants and bugs. All right, we're at the hour-and-a-half mark. I'm going to go a little bit over my 2-hour goal today with this stream because we did start about 10 minutes late because I was trying to figure out the new streaming setup. Again, just double check and make sure everything's good.
Almost at Black Rock 10.
There is definitely a Roca signal.
Understood. Eyes open.
Actually, no, let me double check. Yeah, sound is good. Alright, where's my car?
Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface.
Really? Can I? What a good thing to know. Thank you for telling me that for the first time.
Brandon was right. Rokar on site.
Watch for reserves after the first assault.
Thanks for the tip.
Do they have... They had a creeper. Do they have, Do they have Remnant Tech on their side? Hey, bud. This is like a stand?
Are we clear?
We're clear. And we still have Bradley's signal.
Right. Let's see what they were protecting.
This worries me. Roca are not pirates.
Let's grab some health. Grab some ammo. Deployment complete. Establish Blackrock scout camp complete. Distracting raids ongoing. Entry shuttles inbound. Oxwell commanding. Holding in the system. Place the beacon to guide attack incomplete. Bradley change patrols. Beacon placement incomplete. Pathfinder's present awaiting instruction. So Axel is ready to lead this attack.
This signal can call dropships to a precise location.
That's the Roca strategy. The scout would have placed the beacon in the center of patrols.
Telling Axel exactly where to strike.
Bradley, Blackrock was a Rokar scout point.
Shit. Why'd you put an end to that?
This job is half done. We need to ensure they don't come.
Not sure what you're asking, Pathfinder. We can't.
Technically third. We lost the first two.
Promise and resilience.
What are you planning?
If they want to attack an outpost, we'll use their beacon and let them. Then finish the job.
The comm array at Site 2 is still intact. You could broadcast from there.
Everyone get that? Rokar welcoming party at Site 2.
That's a clever plan, actually. We do have 2 previously established settlements that look exactly like settlements. On this planet. And Site 2 was bigger than Site 1, so it looked more finished, in my opinion. So we lay in wait and set a trap for Aksul and the Rokar. See? Getting used to the names. Getting used to them. Alright, Site 1. Promise. Yeah.
Someone help! Help! Help!
Damn it, Danny.
Danny, was it? You're safe now.
Sure, you say that, but are they bugs in Andromeda that aren't 4 feet long?
I can't handle this anymore, but EOS won't beat me. I'm going to study the Remnant. Study machines. Okay, there you go.
EOS won't beat me. I'm going into remnant study. Machines, right? This time I'm set for sure.
So we're going to immediately find him being attacked by remnants, right? We all agree on that? I didn't realize there were 2 different kinds of bugs. I only scanned one of them.
Sam, you have a location for this Rokar beacon?
Yes, Pathfinder. Site 2 communications array.
Well, let's not keep that sweet.
Nav point marked for Rokar signal upload.
Resilience. Promise. Or like death and starvation.
Well, I know who's not naming our next outpost.
Alright. This is exactly where I beat off the Ket. Beat the Ket back,
Starting
not beat
Rokar
off.
signal upload.
Are they heading toward us?
The Rokar have altered course.
Now might be a good time to take cover.
Human, I told you you'd know soon enough. The beacon is live. You couldn't stop our scouts.
They bought it. Hold it till they're on the ground.
Ready and waiting. Poor guy. Should have run instead of putting up a fight.
Oh, change guns. That wrong button. That was a cool little flip, peeps. Chart the shield. Oh, sorry.
Where are they going? I'll tell you. Site 1. We overcharged the power relay to draw them in. You're not going to be happy about that. Promise, here we go.
Reload. There should be a health spot. Alright. We already did that. Alright, so I did scan Karkin already. I thought they were on the right, but they were everywhere. Am I done shooting people from the sky yet? I gotta do 100 kills while hovering. That is brutal.
That's the last of them. We did it, Ryder.
Heck yeah, we did.
Axion's shuttle is in orbit.
I'll remember this. We're not finished. You are today, and will be. Ready next time. Come to Patromos, Pathfinder. We owe you. Again.
Synergy achieved. All right. Not bad for now. So, that's not great that Axial's still out there, still causing a mess for my people. If I could only get him to say, like, hey, maybe don't do that.
So, am I the first and only sorry you know?
You are the first, but not the only.
Really? Who else?
The doctor.
There is also Lexi.
Oh, right.
I think that's it.
There's smoke over there. Curious. Oh, it's not a bridge. I thought it was a bridge. Made it. Okay, the stuff just disappeared. Alright, not bad. Finish the bridge. There we go.
Well, this is the right place. Let's find the tech we're after.
nice.
Here's the first piece of RemTech, baby.
Awesome. One down, two to go. Syncing with my scanner. The second piece is on Havarl. Uploading coordinates.
Reclaim the site. Initiative start.
Outlaws!
Guess we're not the only ones interested in this tech.
Krogan Berserker. Where's a remnant container? Well, I think that's the first Krogan I've killed here, right? What? No, I wasn't done exploring yet.
This alien tech comes in all shapes and sizes. But what's it for?
Is there a... Okay, so there is a gravity well to take me back. Okay. Another thing to scan for more research. Curious. Can I not use the console? Curious. Oh, I can't go back from this way. That's why I needed the gravity well. Gotcha. That makes sense now. You're kind of like a dum-dum, but by coming back here, I was able to find that stuff. Alright, makes sense, I guess. Last time I was out here, I was doing battle with the No, that was up there that I did battle with the architect. I don't think I've ever been around this lake before. There's a lot of remnant sites and 1, 2 smoking craters.
Nancy gave me some reading material about Asari culture.
And?
What? Oh, and nothing. You're an interesting people, although it's curious that you take the genetic material of other races to improve your own, like the kit.
Yeah, but they don't destroy the other races like the Ket do. Inventory full. Death from above. Ah, finally. I have the maximum number of decryption keys, not the maximum number of items. I'm like, I definitely sold a whole bunch of them. Like literally yesterday, the equivalent of like 2 in-game hours ago. Sorry, 2 real-world hours ago before I started replaying this.
Stay on guard.
This remnant site attracted the Scourge Pathfinder. Unstable activity nearby.
There we go. So there's a maximum amount of individual items certain items I can get. Not bad. Now that I'm thinking about it, not only do I have a bunch of that, but yeah. Shields restored on kill. Shields restored at low health. 100%. Low health threshold, 20%. That's great. Oh, that would have been helpful. Increase the time that I hover. Damage resistance while invading. Or while evading, sorry. Nice. Soldier rank 3. But I've reset up my new skills, so... Back to my favorite setup, which is the... I love the singularity. It just destabilizes an entire group of them at once. There's just research there. I don't even see any containers. Yeah, we're fine. Let's see what this big plume of smoke is.
I think that's it.
Spear point armor 6. Alright, well. And here I found fluorite and titanium. Terrible. Awful. Sorry, I apologize for that. Let's return to Bradley. And there we go. Death from above. Done. I need to be airborne for a certain amount of time in the car, jump a certain amount of distance. That'll be easy. Just go somewhere high and jump off it. Get a run and jump.
Took a peek at the plans for the Nostromo's
attack is over.
We'll know what to watch for in the future. It can't just be this old man and his hunches. Special thanks to our friend Joe. It helps to show we're not all on opposite sides.
We can't assume anyone could be an enemy. That's no way to live.
We're not planning on it.
How's the team holding up?
A little shell-shocked. Can't blame them.
Makes sense.
Maybe I should say something?
If you like.
Time and time again, you've shown yourselves competent, and this was no exception. The infrastructure you've built, the skills you've developed, despite adversity, you remain a model for the cluster.
So, when do we get back to work?
No approval asked or expected. We lose sometimes, but if they have the choice to keep going, they'll take it. This wasn't a good day, but it was another day. You gave them.
Oh, I like that.
Your people, Ryder.
Great day to be alive, Pat.
Wait for Oxul to make his next move. All right.
You and Bradley handled the Roka admirably, Puff. Simple researchers and colonists, they thought. We aren't such easy prey.
No problem. That's why I'm here, apparently. Not just settling worlds, protecting them, and setting things right. Get off this planet.
Ascent is go.
Leaving Atwell. All clear.
Good. We have to do the Apex mission tutorial, complete 25 strike team missions, and revive my...
At your terminal, Pathfinder.
Cool. Message from Axel. See the message from Axel? Forwarding it to the meeting room, you should see this job. Quickly. Two minutes. 35 minutes. Collect all my rewards. Check the trap.
Pathfinder, the trap you set in the cargo bay, we got a blip. I think something's in there.
So we're going to do this, but I think we're going to end this session by checking whatever's in that trap. Let's talk to Director Addison about that exploding beacon, too.
Ryder, tell me about the satellite you found.
Director, what are you talking about?
My alert identified a ZK resource tracker. They're emergency tech, full of overrides so they can bypass protocol. They were designed by Dr. Zoe Jean Kennedy. She disappeared with the Exiles. If her tech has shown up, that could give someone a backdoor to steal from your outposts.
What was Dr. Kennedy's role in the initiative?
She designed the orbital beacons, forward stations, and half the kit in the Tempest. She'd ram an upgrade through before the requisition was on Tan's desk. Dr. Kennedy disappeared along with the Exiles. That was a big loss.
Why were these trackers allowed to bypass protocols?
They're supposed to be hubs, to rapidly track and pull resources if lives are at stake somewhere.
Makes sense.
That's why they weren't deployed. Tan didn't like anyone bypassing his rubber stand.
Oh,
If
her
this
eyes
satellite
freak me
is
out.
new, how is it kept up with our security measures?
That's a very good question.
She disappeared with the Exiles, but you aren't calling her one?
She sympathized, but we'd never let an expert like that go. She was vital. But in the chaos, a lot of things and people went missing.
Pretty extreme to set up a personal alert. Why do that?
A lot of Dr. Kennedy's projects were unofficial.
But you backed them. Like these trackers.
I don't want some asshole using my access codes that cut a backdoor into our resources, or Tan blaming me for it.
Makes sense.
But I also want to know what happened to her.
If we have to find
Tan should not be in charge.
Where do we begin?
You got a sliver of data from the first tracker. With more scans, maybe Suvi can assemble. Try another outpost system, or place more. Maybe you'll draw them out. Whoever they're stealing our resources. My concern is Dr. Kennedy, her tech, their lives. In that order.
Find a tracker in the null system. Let's talk to Aksul.
Joel, I'm in the meeting room.
Right behind you, Ryder. Pulling up the message. Jahala Madhav, you always were a short-sighted fool. Helping an outsider instead of your own people. You're unfit to bear your family's name.
Nah, he's an asshole.
Okay, this guy's really starting to piss me off.
He always was a Vishanon.
Vesha what?
Someone pleased with his own shit.
Nice.
We've never gotten along.
Of all the things to learn from this game, I'm writing that down. Veshanon. Someone pleased, so an asshole. An elitist, smug piece of shit.
I'm still learning about Angara, but that sounded more personal than a childhood rivalry.
He's too smart to attack me directly. Aksul wants us to do something reckless. Let's not give him the satisfaction.
Sounds good. All right. So check more for more satellites in populated areas. Wait for Aksul to do something. Are the two new missions I got.
So the Turians take out the genophage, basically destroy our people, and they get a pat on the back and a seat on the council. And what do I get? A medal.
Medal? From who?
My buddy made one out of a piece of scrap and pinned it to my chest. Still got it somewhere.
So he was alive
Pathfinder.
for the Krogan rebellions. That's insane.
Hi there. You must be the one eating all our cereal.
Hamster. Oh, look at those chubby little cheeks. He's so fat. He has a tail, though. Do hamsters have tails? No, right? It's gerbils have tails. Hamsters have stubby little...
Hey, it's okay. No one's going to eat you. You're the most adorable critter I've met in Andromeda, so I should find you somewhere safer than our cargo bay.
100%.
How about a nice warm cage in my quarters? And all this... Guess everybody around here needs a home.
Nice. Clearly, the most important side mission yet. Come on. So is it a local stowaway, or is it... is it from one of these worlds, a local rodent, or is it a rodent from our system?
Pathfinder.
curious if there's any satellite on just the worlds with outposts or on any world we've settled, so I'm going to check Narwhal. PB has a mission there. Alright, so I'll remember that's where PB's mission is. But for now, we are going to yeah, I'm going to take a break for a bit. I'll be back at 4 o'clock, so 40 minutes. There we go. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I'll be back. New side. So now I can... There it is. So now I'm pointing downward. Until next time.